Hello, I'm Holly and welcome to my ReFrame Pilates Slings Flow video. This is going to be about a 15-minute flowing, quite sort of dynamic sequence. So all you'll need is a yoga mat and just your lovely self, but if you are working with any body issues, injuries, or if you are pre or postnatal, you might want to check out some of the other videos that I have on my YouTube channel. Otherwise, if you're happy to continue with this one, it's going to be a nice little way to get a little bit of flow. We're going to get a bit of stretching, some strengthening going on, and hopefully set you up for a really nice positive day. So to start with, I'd like you to come and find a nice standing posture on the end of your mat, feet hip distance apart and in parallel. We're going to start with shifting our body weight a little bit forwards and a little bit back, and just feeling out what this little interplay of body weight to the front and to the back has as an effect on the rest of the body. So feel the muscles that engage a little bit to keep you balanced. Same thing, do a few from side to side as well. And when you find a place that feels nice and centered, I want you to ground yourself there. When you're ready, we're going to inhale, take the arms up over your head, and as you exhale, float the arms back down again. You can turn your head as well, so as the arms reach up, look up to the sky, and as the arms come down, you can look down. The next time we're going to come up with the arms, I want you to lower just the right arm, and we're going to lean over into a side reach. And we're going to float back up through the middle, drop the left arm down beside you, and lean into a side reach there. So each time as you move from side to side, I want you to feel a nice lengthening sensation down the sides of the waist. Hopefully opening up, finding some space in your ribs. We're going to come back to the first side one more time and pausing there, take an in-breath, and as you exhale, you're going to float just the right arm back up. Stay in your side reach and then lower the arm back down and just feel how that engages down the muscles of the waistline a little bit. When you come up to the ceiling again, change, and we're going to reach down with the left arm and hold it into your side reach, and then just lift the left arm up as you exhale, inhale as it floats back down. Doing that another couple of times on this side as well. And when you're even from side to side, coming up through the middle, then we're going to twist and reach around to the right. Reaching both arms back up over your head, twist your body around to the left. Good. If you can keep your hips as square as you can here, that would be great. Just finding a rotation through your back. Stay even through the hips if you can. So as much as you can, keep the hips square. And the next time you come down to the right side, stay twisted for me. Let your arms drop and then start to do a twisted roll down to the floor. When you reach what feels like the end range, bring your body into the middle and then just roll yourself up through a centered alignment. Reaching your arms up over your head for another twist round to the left. Same idea on the other side as you drop down towards the floor. When you're in the bottom, bring yourself into the middle and then roll yourself up through a really nice centered alignment. Take both arms up over your head, twisting around to the right again, another twisted roll down. Can you move sequentially through your spine? Hopefully noticing any tight spots and trying to maybe work with them rather than skipping over them. One more time, reaching the arms up over to your, twisting to your left and then rolling down towards the floor. Finding that middle point again, exhaling to roll back up into a nice standing posture. Then floating up onto your toes, take both arms up over your head, lower the heels, lower the hands. We'll do that a few more times. Just breathing in as you rise up and breathing out as you lower down, getting used to some balance. Then we're going to stay balancing. You're going to bend your knees into a little squat and then reach back up again and lower the heels. So rising up onto the toes, take the arms up with you, bend your knees, mini squat, lower the arms in front. Straighten the legs, lift the arms up, and then lower the heels, lower the hands. Again, rising up to your balancing point, bending the knees, taking a squat, pushing back up, and softening down to the mat. Rising up through a nice centered alignment, bending your knees, bringing the arms down in front of you. This time we're going to go lower, so you can rest down onto the heels, go as low as you feel comfortable. If this is too low, stop higher. And just take a pause for a brief moment, getting a little bit centered, maybe closing the eyes. And then folding down towards the floor, you're going to place your hands and your knees onto the mat. Find a centered, neutral alignment with your back. Lift the feet off the floor, and as you exhale, press the tops of the feet strongly down. Breathe in, lift the feet. Breathe out, press. This should start to activate a little bit into your transverse abdominis and your deep abdominal muscles as you press the tops of the feet down. You might even find that if you press your feet hard enough, you could feel like you lift and float the knees 1 or 2 inches off the mat, and then let the knees come back down as your feet lift back up again. Staying nice and broad across the back of the shoulders, tucking the toes under. You're going to make a cat shape to your spine and then lifting up into an inverted V position. For a gentle calf stretch, just pedal your feet from right to left sides a few times, just maybe wiggling the hips a little bit if that feels good to you. Be a little bit instinctive, do what your body needs right now, let your head be relaxed. Rising up onto the toes, you're going to bend your knees coming down to the mat again, and we're going to place ourselves into a slightly longer position, so a bit more like a kneeling plank. Still strong across the back of the chest, and then sliding back into almost a rest position. We're going to make a small wave movement to lengthen forwards to kneeling plank, and then shifting back to a resting position, rounding through the spine like a wave of rippling through the spine to find long plank position. This should feel quite nice on your spine, articulating through the back and maybe waking up a little bit more into the core. When you're ready, if you want to add a little into it, come into an extension. Then you can round and shift back into your resting position like a wave, ripple the spine forwards, going past plank if you feel good and into extension, opening the chest. Then you can tuck and shift back into your resting position. Another time here, as you lengthen out into your extended spine, you can add a little bit in here by bending the knees. Then lengthen the feet back out, shift your body backwards, and we'll do that same move again where you wave and ripple the spine out into an extension, bending the knees, feel the engagement down the back of the thighs, lowering the feet, and shifting back into your resting position. Tuck the toes under, lifting the knees off, we come up into that inverted V position, and we're going to do another wave, this time out to full plank. Shifting back, good, and then lengthening down to find your full plank. Inhale as you bend the knees, shifting back. Exhaling as you ripple back out to your plank position. So pushing backwards as you inhale, lift your bum high. Exhaling, bring your body forwards to plank. Get a little flow happening here. It should feel quite nice on the body. Another time you can bend your knees and rest down onto the mat and then lift your hands up so we come to a kneeling position where you can then take a step forwards with your right foot. We're aiming to get an opening in the left hip flexor here. I want you to take a few glides forwards and back. So keeping your pelvis as neutral as you can. When we're ready, we're going to add some arms into it. So we're going to lift both arms up as you move forwards, and they go down as you shift back. Go at your own pace here, just get a bit of a flow happening, letting the front of that left thigh get a stretch and an opening. We're going to work into the hip capsule area a little bit here, just finding some slightly different positions. So I want you to widen the foot a little bit wider than your mat, and just again do your little shift forwards and back a few times. You'll feel a little bit in the front of the thigh as well as the inner thigh. Then you're going to bend your elbows, palms facing up, and you're going to twist as you bend your front knee and then unravel as you shift back. And you should feel a nice kind of articulation in the spine. Widening your foot right out to the side, take your small shifts again where you bend the knee and then shift back a little bit. And once we've done that a few times, we're going to add a side reach in. So your left arm reaches up and then dropping into your bent knee. So bending the right knee and then lifting up into a nice side reaching feeling. Taking that right foot back behind you, take a step forwards with the left knee. And again, you can start to shift forwards and back. I should have said on the other side here, but if you need any extra support, if your knee needs extra padding or cushioning, please feel free. When you're ready, you're going to add your arm lifting in. So as you bend into the front knee, you lift the arms up and then you glide back and lower the arms. Again, flowing with your breath, just as long as it's moving in and out. Reach your foot a little wider than your mat. And again, take your movement with the legs first, just making sure you've got that nice kind of hip opening happening. Then we'll add the twist. So you're twisting around and then unraveling. Twisting as you bend and then unraveling. Feeling again that nice rotation in the back and an opening in the hips. Take the foot wider so it points to the side of the room, and again shifting to bend a little deeper into the left knee and then out of it. And then we're going to add a side reach with the right arm coming up. So you lift it up over your head and then drop it down as you bend your left knee. And when you're finished this last one, we're going to take that left leg back down onto the mat behind you and take a step forwards with the right foot again. Now tuck the left toes under this time, and we're going to get ready to push ourselves up to standing. As you're ready there, we're going to lower back down, maybe lightly touching the mat. Exhale to push up to standing. Take a moment to breathe in, and as you breathe out, lower down with control. Again, if you need extra padding here, it is most welcome. Again, it's not a competition. Do what feels best for you and your knees and your joints today. So we're going to add a little bit into this. So the next time you're up, I want you to bend your front knee a little bit more and lean your spine forwards, and then lift your spine up. So keep a small bend in that front knee and try to just move now your upper body forwards and then back. We're going to add more in with the arms reaching forwards as your spine reaches forwards, and then the arms go back as your spine lifts up. Exhale as you reach, and then circle the arms behind you, circle the arms forwards, and then come back up. So stay forwards, circle the arms back, reach the arms forwards, and then lift your spine up. We feel here a little bit of work in the shoulders and also some balance work on that front leg getting strong. We're going to add even more balance challenge into it, so I want you to stay forwards and maybe see if you can pick up your left leg and find a balancing position here. If you feel steady, you're going to bend and straighten your right knee a few times, challenging your balance, your foot and ankle alignment even a little bit more. When you're finished this last one, step your left foot back onto the mat and bring your hands down to frame that right foot. You're in a nice low runner's lunge here, and then lengthen the front leg as much as you can. Bend the front knee and then lengthen. So we should feel now a little bit of a hamstring stretch starting to happen. Don't worry how straight this leg gets as you do this move. When you're ready, bend forwards one more time, and you're going to reach your left arm up and take a big circular motion with the arm. Opening up the shoulder, twisting the back. Then lengthen your right leg, find your hamstring stretch again. Lengthen your spine as much as possible and reach your right arm up to the ceiling again and see if you can take another circle here. And bend into your front knee, lower the back knee down onto the mat, and you're simply going to change the legs over so we can get ready to do everything on the other side. So when you're ready, you're going to try and push yourself up to standing. Take an in-breath at the top, and as you exhale, lower down with control. The idea here for these little lunges is to try and keep your spine as upright as possible. So try not to shift your body weight forwards as you come up to a standing, but rather stay in a nice centered alignment, building strength in the legs, the feet, the ankles, and finding a bit of balance challenge as well. Staying upright, you're going to lean forwards over that bent knee and then lean back up again with your chest. So feel how the weight transfer now starts to make your front leg, your left leg, work a little bit harder as you lean forwards, a little lighter as you lift up. Adding the arms in adds more weight, so you're simply going to exhale as you reach the arms, reach your spine forwards. Inhale as you lift back and up. So when we're ready, we're going to hold it there and then circle the arms back, circle them forwards, and then lift your chest. Reach the arms forwards, circle them back, circle them forwards, and then lifting up. Feeling now the work around the shoulders a little bit as well. And from here, we're going to come forwards again. And we're going to see about testing the balance. So pick up that back leg, see how you compare this side to the other. And if you feel good here too, you're going to bend your standing leg and straighten it a few times. Doesn't have to be a deep knee bend. A little bit will go a long way here. Just do what you can. Challenge your body in a way that feels good to you. Landing that back leg back down onto the mat, bring your hands down to frame the front foot. You're in a runner's lunge, and then you shift into hamstring stretch. Runner's lunge, hamstring stretch. Runner's lunge, hamstring stretch, and then stay in your runner's lunge. Take the left arm, reach it up to the ceiling. Nice twist through the back, and then circle the arm. Open the chest a little bit. And you're going to bring your hand back down to the mat. You're going to find your hamstring stretch position again. So lengthening the front leg. And for the balance challenge, take your left arm up to the ceiling again and see if you can circle it one time just to feel that opening and challenge. Lower the back knee down onto the mat, then we're going to find a seated position. So any way that you can comfortably get down to a seated position, we're going to do a little hip stretch here. So I want you to take your right leg and cross it over the left, so you're hugging that knee right up in towards your chest. Sit up really nice and tall through the back. If you'd like to add a twist to the right, please feel free. If you need to straighten your left leg here to be more comfortable, that is also most welcome. So again, listen to your body, give it what it needs today. Then we'll simply take it round to the other side. So crossing that left leg over top of the right, sitting up nice and tall through the spine, pushing your sit bones down. You're going to hug the knee in towards your chest. And if you'd like to add more, add some rotation in, but feel like the priority here is length through the back as you breathe in and breathe out. Then you're going to unravel through the back, uncrossing those legs, making sure you've got some space behind you. Take one slow roll back to get down to the mat. So moving nice and steadily through the spine. And eventually, when you find yourself lying down onto the floor, I want you to find any comfortable position that feels good to you today. You can have knees bent, you can have them straight, whatever you like. And just pause here to take a few easy breaths. Allow your body a bit of peace and quiet, listening to the steady, even flow of the natural rhythm of your breath. And if you wish to stay here, feel free to stay here as long as you like. If you need to move on with your day, I wish you well.